Well, good morning, everybody. Hope everybody is doing well. Sorry about the always technical difficulties. I don't know what's going on with StreamYard. It doesn't want to connect to my camera sometimes. So anyway, good morning. Hope everybody's doing great. It is super hot in Thailand, super hot. I hope everybody can hear me okay. Hello, Marcy. Hello, everybody. Dave, good to see you. Congratulations on the new truck. Looks awesome. Yeah, been super hot here. We're just on the cusp of, I think the bottom's going to fall out of the sky any day now with the rain because it is humid, really humid. I feel like everything has changed. Like we've had a really late winter and a late start on summer. Like it has been like April hot right now here at the end of May. But yeah, it's been pretty relaxing at home. Haven't been doing too much. Hang on a second, my office is coming apart. Always, always. I don't like you. All right. Sorry about that. Anyways, the sound okay? But been just kind of relaxing at home, going to take my mother to get her little checkup at the hospital in Khon Kaen before we go on our next adventure to Hawaii. Gonna be fun. I don't know. I know Paige is really excited. It's a long flight. But I don't know. Hopefully we'll have some good weather. The weather's usually always pretty much the same from what I can remember when I lived in Hawaii. Only thing was the trade winds sometimes. People have been sending me a lot of messages, well, not too many, maybe just a handful, giving me precautions about like bad stuff in Hawaii. Like don't try to hang out in the city after 10 o'clock and this and that. And, I think we got to be vigilant everywhere we go, especially in America. But yeah, I'm not worried too much. I'm pretty sure 10 o'clock I'll be snoring or drooling on my pillow about that time. Let's see. Anyway, hope everybody's doing good. Weather is beautiful, low 69, high of 80s. Nalano, good to see you. That sounds about normal. We lived in, I can't remember 100%. I think it was Waiawa. And it wasn't a really great part of town. And, the Samoan people are very friendly. But when it comes to drinking, they're really big guys. They, probably don't want to be around. But of course, I had friends like that in Texas too. I hung out with some roughnecks that, if they didn't go home with a hematoma, it wasn't a good night. So, anyway, Going Grace, thank you very much. Yeah, a lot of people have been talking about my hairstyle. Imagine this. Imagine you move into a foreign country and you need to get your hair cut. So all you can do pretty much is show them some pictures of what you want. And then when it doesn't turn out, what do? You go somewhere else, right? Well, I was pretty limited here in this town to get haircuts. Hang on just a second. This damn. Let's just do that. I'm gonna kill this thing. Hang on. Fair enough. Anyway, imagine you can't communicate and the guy screws up your hair. So I just started cutting it myself. It wasn't that big of a deal, and it was hot as hell. But, like most people, when they find a hairstylist or, you guys kind of stick to them. But imagine me, like I travel everywhere. So imagine what you have to go through to try to get your hair cut in a foreign country when you're moving around all the time. So anyway, yeah, I cut my hair and now I have to cut it a little bit more than often. But yeah, when you have hair, you have options. Village Falang, thank you very much. Is it true that Foreigner Joe's social security number is 4? Yes, that's it. Exactly 4. Anyway, let's get to some of these comments. I don't really have too much going on to really talk about. Still loving it here in Thailand. It's just really, really hot right now. Let's get to some comments. Just Freddie in Thailand. Don't they usually tell you they understand what type of haircut you want? Then you have a shock, and I just assume cut it myself. The haircut's like nothing, but luckily my hair grows pretty damn fast. Scott Hummer, good to see you. Steve Kinney, that's where I use my Floaty. They still make those? I probably need one of those. Tommy J, good to see you. Ohio Squire. Paul Kearns, good to see you. Andrew McDonald. Robert in the house, good to see you. Nice renovations you have done, Chuck, behind you. Thank you. It was coming apart here a minute ago. My virtual life, Here, let's change it here in just a second. Let's see here. How about? Here we go. Yeah. Steve Deloach. Hey, Chuck, love your channel. Thank you very much, Steve. So, Dave, where are you going with that awesome truck that you got? That thing's beautiful. I hope you're doing a lot of traveling in it. Looks really great. Samwara, that cut makes you look 50, not your real age of 60. Ha ha. When I'm 60, I'll still look better than you. Good evening, Rudy. Good evening, Chuck and Paige and all the family. Love all your last videos of your travels with the gang from Fort Worth. Thank you, Rudy. Steve, watch every day. Thank you very much. Ohio Squire, sitting here cleaning up the restaurant. That sounds like no fun. Well, the day's over, so it might be all right. Ruben Brander from North Dakota. North Dakota's a beautiful place. Hello. Barnaby Berry. Social security numbers are based on where you live. All police officers know this. Johnny Siam, good to see you. Rock in the house. When I get my haircut in Thailand, as long as it's not a mohawk, it's good. I like them. I thought about, actually, here's the truth. Like, because we were going to have our first Songkran celebration in a long time, I was going to grow a real mohawk. And I just decided that, nah, screw it. I'll just let it grow out some. The problem is that it either has to be really short or really long, because I have I don't know if you guys know what cowlicks are, but I have 3 of them, 2 in the back and 1 in the front. So it gets all crazy. So I have to put gel and shit in my hair, but I really don't give a crap too much what it looks like. But too much concentration on my friggin' hair. Maybe I'll get more subscribers. I won't look like a jarhead, huh? Kim BM, I'm sorry. Want to travel to Thailand, but little worry about the heat. Thankfully, Texas got me semi-used to hot. Yeah, you are correct about that semi-use, because it still is. It's very hot, but you don't hang out in the sun probably where you live now. And I think that's the problem when people come here on vacation. They want to spend time outside, and it's like the heat is overbearing. Like if you go outside around noon when the sun is high, you're not going to see too many people running around. It's not going to happen. So you really got to kind of adapt to a different way of thinking about being in the sun here. But everybody gets used to it. I'm up here. I just had to close the window because the wind's blowing my background around. But I don't have air conditioner up here, and I'm fine. I don't need to have air conditioner everywhere I walk throughout the house. Okay, pad thai. So what the Don Chow, Kun Chucky. So what the cup, Kun pad thai. What are my traveling plans past Hawaii? Good question, Going Grace. Thinking about Singapore. We have some friends there now who live there actually, they're from Singapore, but they live in Bangkok. And they were kind of hoping that we would meet them there, but we're going to be in Hawaii. So they're going to be there for an extended period. We might go to Singapore and get a tour of Singapore from a local, but probably not too many days. I'm thinking 3 or 4 days in Singapore, but I want to go to Malaysia. So we have time before our Europe trip to do quite a few things. So probably Singapore, then Malaysia, stuff like that, you know. Jeff Hebert, you need a New Hampshire state flag. Well, send it over. I'll hang it on the wall. Jacob family guys are awesome. From Sydney, New South Wales, right? Go the Blues. Pad Thai, cannot wait for the Waikiki vlog. You know, I lived there for a long time, but I never really spent much time in Waikiki because when I went there, I had 2 kids, and when I left, I had 3. Same person, but or same wife at the time. But it's expensive in Hawaii. Like most all we could really do was just go hang out at the beach. But we didn't spend much time in Waikiki. I wanted this. There is I think it's an international market or something that was really cool, and I've been told it's been closed down for some time. So they did some changing up in there. But anyway, it'll be fun for Paige, something different. We may rent a car for a couple of days. Actually the car rental's cheap there, but the parking is ridiculous. So we'll have to do some looking around. If I can find a place to park a car that doesn't cost more than renting the car, because it just doesn't make sense, then I'll rent the car for a day or 2 or whatever, however long we need it. But you can get around there with Grab or not Grab, it's something else, I forgot. Dave, getting a new trailer in 2 weeks, then all over. Well, awesome. I hope to see you parking it up here in Tappanome. I hope to see you do some traveling. That'll be great. That'll be awesome. That'll be good for your channel. It'll be good for you. Mike and Rebby, thank you very much again for the compliment about the hair. Chuck, Dave bought an RV to pull. I'm really excited about that journey, Dave. I know they do have RV parks in Thailand. It's more like a club thing. There's some places you can rent an RV and stay in there, but they're way more than staying in a resort in Thailand. Kim VM, how was Pangan? I made quite a few videos on that. If you didn't see that, just go back in our playlist a few videos back and you'll see the whole thing. But I really enjoyed it. It's beautiful, very beautiful white sands, beautiful water. We were there when it was slow, when there was no full moon. I think if you're not into a bunch of drunken kids breaking glass bottles on the beach, then don't go during a full moon. The Village Belong says, Scott Hummer sounds like a No Time to Be Sad fan club meetup needs to happen soon. Maybe. I might let you guys know. We can all meet up in Bangkok. I have a friend who owns he's Jamaican, retired U.S. military, and he owns a restaurant there on, I think, Soy 11. And maybe I'll decide to have a meetup there. It might be fun. We'll see. I don't know where we're staying quite yet, so that's the dilemma. Jeffrey O'Neill, thanks for the videos. My wife and I watch daily. Continue to plan our Thailand retirement. I'm glad I can bring these kind of everyday life videos to you guys, because when I was coming over here, there was nothing, not much of anything. So I didn't really have an idea, other than a few trips that I made here, on what was going to happen in reality, And it's a shocker. But I have had people come and say, because of mine and other channels, I felt like they've already been here, If I miss your comments, I apologize. Sometimes I see comments after, I go through some at the end of the video to make sure some of the bad ones didn't get through. And I see a lot of good questions that popped up that never showed up on the screen. So, Sleeveless in Siam, question, when was it you and Joe started your weight loss challenge? I don't know. That was a few years back when we did that. It wasn't my idea. It was, I think it was even James. I think it was James's idea, and he didn't even really participate. I wasn't really into trying to figure out how to be skinny again. Like, that's just not my goal in life, is to, I don't know. I just enjoy life, but I'm not on a weight loss challenge at the moment. Usually when I get home, I lose a couple of inches. But hey, what I got? I'm not a gym rat anymore, so this is just the way it is, I'm not obese, so it doesn't really matter. So I got kind of a belly, but I've always had a belly anyway, even in my good days. James Gutierrez, hola, salud, ¿cómo está? Vicky, are you meeting up with subs in Hawaii? A few have contacted us, yes. A nice lady decided to come pick us up. I think our only dilemma was I didn't know exactly how we were going to get to the hotel, which it wouldn't be a big deal. There's quite a few options. But she decided that she was going to, we have a pretty decent time that we're coming into Hawaii, so she's going to pick us up. And we have a few other people that want to meet. One wants to take us to Sam's with a Sam's card and look around. And Frank Klosterman from St. Louis, our Hunter Engineering home. Love watching your videos every evening. Very entertaining and educational. Thank you very much. St. Louis is a pretty, you know what? I stayed there for 3 months while I was trying to learn how to work on their equipment over there at their factory. And the town has a lot of cool places. There's Old Town. There's a lot of things in that city that's really cool, really neat. And there's some bad parts, just like every city. I went down into East St. Louis because they told me not to go. That's just, here's the thing with me. I just walk around and I'm not looking for trouble. I'm not looking for negative stuff. I pretty much say hello to everybody. People probably just don't know what to think about me, but, I'm kind of goofy that way because I don't really care, but I know you got to watch your back and stuff like that. But man, I had some really shady situations in East St. Louis, but I had a fun time. I'm glad that Hunter Engineering didn't find out I was down there while I was bidding for the contract. Anyway, Robert, I have no opinions with my hair. Yeah, mine gets screwed up. Don't worry, it'll grow back in a week. Thad Hooker, greetings from sunny South Florida. Do you know which visa I should get to stay in Thailand 2 to 3 months per year? Good question. You need to start out with just getting an e-visa. Right now, they have an e-visa that is a tourist visa. It's a 60-day visa, and it comes with an automatic 30-day extension that you can get extended anywhere at any immigration office in Thailand. Just got to do it, a few days before it runs out, of course. But if you're only going to stay 3 months, that's all you need. You just go online to wherever your closest Thai immigration office is, and you can see how to do that, or just type in e-visa Thailand. Darren Badger, hi, Chuck I from sunny Gulf Coast, Queensland, Australia. 21 degrees today. Well, that sounds lovely. But I thought you guys were having somebody said it was like, oh no, you guys are about to have your winter time over there, I think. Caesar, hi, Chuck, no hair, no haircut for me. Looks like you have hair. Earth Camper. Tapanum is a cool place. I love to visit, stay a few days, and experience. I always tell everybody I think you should come to Nakhon Phanom. You could fly into Nakhon Phanom, stay there a few nights. You can take the, whatever you want to call it, the bot bus. You can take a Songtao for, like 50 to 100 baht to get here and stay in Tapanum. There's a few places that I recommend out here to stay. And I think Nakhon Phanom, which is the city of Tapanum, the province of Tapanum, I think it's one of the most beautiful cities in Isan because of the river and just the environment. A lot of young people have moved back. There's a lot of old people here in Tapanum like this. I feel like soon in the next 10 years, there's going to be a big change here, because a lot of the people here that live here are in their 70s right now. Graham Clark, hey Chuck, any plans to travel further south next time you're in Prachuap to places like Hat Yai? It looks like a place you'd enjoy, not too touristy. I don't know. The problem right now is Paige doesn't care too much to go down there. And I don't want to talk about like, oh, there's, it's dangerous, this and that, blah, blah, blah. But I don't know. I'm not really thinking too much about that. I haven't ran out of other options of places that I love to go see, but I don't have any plans really to go there. I'm sure we'll probably go there one day. But most of the police and military are down in that area for a reason. I'll just say that. Graham Palmer, hi from New Zealand. 808 guy, aloha from Waikiki. Good to see you. Be there soon. I've been looking at food. Imagine that. In on the island of Oahu. Man, you guys, I don't know how good the Mexican food's going to taste, but it looks awesome. So I'm looking forward to getting my hands on some good food there. Robert Groves, I agree, Chuck. It is so hot at the moment, still waiting for the rain here in Cha'am. Yeah, it's so humid right now. I feel like it's going to just dump. Prep for it. Good to see you. I'll retire in Thailand within the next few years. I find your videos really helpful. Thank you very much. I appreciate all of your support in the comment section as well. Wow, we got 225 watching. Wow, very cool. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, there we go. Some added stuff to look at. Ruben Brander. What did I find? Wait, I missed somebody else. Hang on. Let me back up a little bit. Everything is going so quickly. Michael Prather, oh, great idea. I want to see Singapore too. We've never been. Lampang, in Lampang, everybody still wears masks. In Pattaya, no one. Yeah, I don't know. What are you going to think about that? I don't, the whole reasoning from our point of view, I guess, is ridiculous, but it's a social thing with them. I don't know. There's no way around it. So I don't know. I'm tired of talking about I'm tired of seeing it too. Like, I'm like, what? It is friggin' hot outside. Why are you wearing that? Why are you sending me pictures of you working in your garden at home? These are friends on my Facebook, and you're wearing a face mask. Like, what are you doing? But a lot of times they just wear them out of habit, and I think it's a confidence thing too sometimes. Anyway, enough with that. Thankfully, we have a choice here, and nobody looks down on me anymore. Let's get the dub gaming. I'm glad I found your channel, brother. Thank you very much. What's happening with Gary? I don't know. What's going on, Gary, from Melbourne, Australia? Ruben Brander, bringing my college-age daughter with me to Thailand over Christmas. Where would you recommend for beach party of stay? Koh Tao is pretty cool. A lot of young people. It's kind of Koh Tao is a little island. I think it's in Chumphon province, either Surat Thani or Chumphon. I think it's Chumphon. But anyway, it's a beautiful little island, a lot of younger people. I made a video, you can just go no time to be sad. Koh Tao, T-A-O, no space. And but yeah, it's that's like a few videos back, probably will be hard to find. Koh Tao's good, Koh Lanta's good. I don't know, Phuket's okay. Phuket's more family oriented, I guess. I think Koh Samui's kind of overpopulated with tourists. But if you're talking about a younger college age, the full moon party deal, I think, is out of control. And I think it's dangerous. So as a parent, I would not take my daughter there. She might sneak over there from Koh Lanta, but you never know. Super Steven, hi, Chuck and Paige. Welcome to Singapore. There's a 95% chance we're going to go because this is a good opportunity. The people that we know are there. They're from there, and they're there now. And chances are we'll go. George is probably watching, so chances are, George, we'll probably go. We just got to do one thing at a time. We got to get back from our Hawaii trip, come back here, relax. And then probably before we head back south, we'll do another trip. Scott Hummer, yes, international marketplace. Yeah, I've been told it's been shut down for a few years now. JB38JB, appreciate your daily post, the music, the real life content, your relationship vibes, Paige's energy, mom's willingness to adapt while grumbling, and the way y'all interact with all your friends. Well, thank you. It's just, try not to make the videos too complicated. I don't wake up in the morning, what kind of video am I going to do today? Like, I don't really think about it. Like, there's not really, believe it or not, a lot of effort involved. I need something to do. And I feel good about showing people the positive side to life, not just Thailand. And I'm just doing it because I want people to realize that things are not as important as life itself. And we worry too much about stupid crap, I think. So I get irritated in the comment section and I share it. And I know people don't want to watch the channel because of that. They don't care about that part. Like, that's my problem, not their problem. But it's everyday life, and it's things that come up that I want to address because I think it's important that we see a different side of things, not based on our own experiences or what we've read on a blog site or something like that. So anyway. Dave the Dasher. Hey, Chuck, hope you're well. Everything is awesome. Thank you. I'm way behind on the comments because I talk too much. Red, you need a flag representing South pride and heritage. You know, it's crazy. I don't even want to get into that conversation. Like, yeah, that's all I need is more Tarzans and other crazy comments. Anyway, International Market is a nice mall now. Oh, that's right. They told me it was a mall. Steve Kennedy, great content. We've lived in Thailand over a year now. Watch your videos to find interesting places to visit and trying to get into the groove of Thai relaxing living. Thank you. Yeah, that's difficult to do, really difficult. Like there's no way I could spend a large amount of time here in this town. I have nothing to do, you know. It's yeah, it's just not for me. I love my Thai family, but if I had to stay here every day, because they're very repetitious about things, and I don't like that, period. But that it's difficult to get into like a permanent groove into Thailand. But I travel. We love to travel, so that's our thing. Boot Warren Lawrence from New York. Hello. Do I like China? I haven't spent too much time in China. Been to Beijing, I've been to Taipei, Taiwan, but I have plans to visit. China's huge, you know. We're thinking maybe our next destination might be a small town in China, just north of Laos. We want to take the high-speed train up there from Vientiane, the capital of Laos. Do I like? I mean, I don't. All bullshit of politics aside, every government I think is done nothing but created a lot of problems and animosities now. You can't blame the people and their culture on the way of countries. Like I've been many times. You know, being over here in Thailand and being on the internet, I've heard so many times, like typical American. Like, what the hell? What does that mean, typical American? Like these people are so shallow-minded of a country that has, you know, 350 million people in it that come from all kinds of places that we are all just one thought process. You know, like that's just, but that's simple-minded crap. I think personally, I think there's some places in China I probably wouldn't go, just like anywhere else. But I think it all depends on you when you travel around the world and your attitude about it. That's just my opinion, but I will go there eventually. Paul Cousins, keep on enjoying the retired life. Thank you very much. Mike, stuck in Florida in the house. I see, is Joe in the house? Joe and Gift, if you're here, hello. I think you guys are in Bangkok now. I'm sure having a great time. I think Joe's getting probed today. Robert Warner, hi Chuck from Bunbury, Western Australia. Enjoy the show, watch every day. Hope you both have a great time in your future travels. Thank you very much, Robert, for the wishes. Oh, no time to be said. We were talking in Fort Worth. Sorry, but feel free to show. Okay. Okay, you guys are excluding me. That's cool. I'm trying to skip down to these comments. James is Chocolate Man in Thailand. Am I correct? Yes. I know a couple of other Jameses, but if I mention James, that's usually who I'm talking about. Tammy, CS Live. Hello, Chuck. Wanted to say hi before I go to bed. Hope you're not already there. I'm way behind on my comments. But hello. Good night in upstate New York. Is a Marina. Heron/Taylor, Taylor. I am the only one watching from Bruni. I love your videos, Chuck. Love the whinging, right? Whinging and moaning and mumbling under your breath always made me laugh. Reminds me of me. When you worked in like a shop atmosphere most of your life and you're dealing with a bunch of grumpy old mechanics, I think it just becomes part of you. It's funny though, like we cut up, we jack with each other, you know, it's just what we do. Brian, Carl's wonder why my notification, I don't know. YouTube, the system is not good. You know, I mentioned the other day about people getting unsubscribed from the channel. I just mentioned it and then I'll get like 75 subscribers because people are getting unsubscribed and people are getting their notifications turned off. And I don't know what the hell's going on with that. I'm tired of worrying about it, but I just, you know, it sucks that you guys have to check that because I don't go back and check all my subscriptions all the time, you know. Neil and Susan travels. When are you planning to go to Japan, Europe, hoping to catch you in Isan last week of July? I don't know where we'll be in July, to be honest with you. I know we're going to be probably in Prachuap most of July or that area. I don't know. The end of the year, towards the end of the year, September actually is when we're going to Europe. Japan next year. We got some plans next year to go to Japan. Hey, are you planning on hiking Diamond Head? No, I'm not doing any hiking. There used to be a place called Sacred Falls, and that was a beautiful hike. I think it was 5 miles in, 5 miles out, all rocks, but I think some tourist or some people got killed from, I think some rocks or something. I don't know the whole story, but I used to love that hike, but I was there when I was in the military. We did it a lot. But I don't know what we're doing, to be honest with you. Daryl Lynn, shout out from Terlingua, Texas. Ryan, thank you very much. Let's see, let's change it up here. Let's see here. Hopefully I don't screw up like this. I don't know, this thing doesn't want to link to the camera sometimes. Thailand with us. Good morning. How's Mr. Mitch? He is fine, taking care of some personal stuff. Brock Travel, no, make sure you submit your TM30 if you're going to apply for a visa extension. Those aren't the same, Brock. Phil, hi, Chuck and Paige from Jomtien. Awaiting my first rainy season since moving here in January. Does it cool down at all or just rainy and hot? If you stand outside in the rain, you'll get cooled off. I'll tell you that. Temperature, of course, will drop some. You know, right now it's just so friggin' humid, you know. It's like a hot box. Charles Gallagher. Hi, Chuck. Always enjoy the videos. Do you take care of yourself? My question, what part of Thailand is cooler? Up in the mountains, in Pak Chong, is it Pak Chong area? Yeah. Up in the mountains, it's cool a lot of times throughout the year. You know, it gets really cold here in this area because we get a lot of cool air coming down the Mekong, winds coming out of China, actually. So sometimes it gets close to zero here in this area in the wintertime. but it gets pretty much hot everywhere. I would say, Chiang Mai gets cool too, but it gets really damn hot too because it's in a valley in the mountains. It's the best place to be if you want coolness. Mikey and Rebby wants to thank you for including your mom in the videos. It really means a lot to her, and we both enjoy them so much. Yeah, I think she did a lot of good helping people maybe get outside of their shell a little bit and do other things than sitting around thinking that they're just finished and old, FC. For 2 to 3 months, he doesn't even need a visa. Just come on a visa exempt, get a 30-day extension once in country, take care of 2 months. Yeah, he said, I understand that. Yeah, you can just come get a 30 and a 30. But if you wanted 3 months, the e-visa is like really easy to do. But yeah, you could go in and out of the country and get 60 days. And then you could fly out, go out somewhere else and come back and do it again. Or I think you don't even have to fly out anymore. I think you just do a border run. It used to be where if you did a border run, they changed it to where you can only get 15 days. But I don't know if that's still, just do that. The e-visa is super easy. Just do that. Unless you're in a country that doesn't have that, but I think you can get it anywhere. Well, I don't think any country can get it, but most of the people that watch my channel, I think, can get it. Hello, Mike. Charles Gallagher, I will try again. Love your videos. What part of Thailand is cooler? I think I just answered that question. I'm behind. I apologize. It's hard to answer them and scroll at the same time. That's funny, Tommy. Dave, you're the new Triple T. Samora, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Hell, I need to click the like. Yeah, there you go. Mark Youngblood, good morning from Pana. I don't know where that's at. Uzi Star, good to see you. Brock, I asked my wife why she and her friends wear masks from the car to the restaurant, then take it off. There is no one in the car for answer. I don't know. That's about it. I think it's habitual. I think it's social. I think it has to do with, just having, I don't know. I don't want to say it's a weakness, but I think, I don't know, let's just don't talk about it no more. I don't know what it is with them. It's his confidence, I think. Just live, don't justify. Hey, Chuck, just checking in. Great stuff, man. I've followed your channel for a long time now. Great stuff. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate that. Charles, why does my comment not go to the top? What's going on with your comment, Charles? Okay, let's wait for Charles to make another comment. Infinite Mua, what has been the most epic vacation story? We had a great time in Japan. If you guys go to the No Time to Be Sad Japan series, part of our channel, it was really fun the first time. It was so random. And we met some random people, had a very good time. It was fun. We had a good time we had a good time in Japan. The travel trailer thing was probably our most epic adventure, though. Yes, I think Tom D, we're probably just going to go to Oahu this time. I'm not sure. We had a friend that was he flew Blackhawks in the military, and he trained people how to fly them, and he worked for a tour company on Oahu. And our original plan was to catch up with him and take a Huey around the different islands, but I don't know yet. So He said he could get us hooked up with somebody that would give us a good tour, but I'm not sure. The Big Reel. Sorry if you have answered this question before. I think you have, but where are you getting your music, Chuck? Off the internet. Yeah, I think I made a video or one's coming out or something. I don't remember on the music thing. But, it's difficult to do the music on YouTube. If you want to play original stuff, it just won't play in certain countries. So I can't use original. I can only use stuff that I can alter from cover bands. And it doesn't always work. A lot of times it's shared revenue with the people that made the video. So. All right, my friend, take care. Jimmy James, hello from San Antonio. Dave McGee, hey Chuck, my wife, Lore, pronounced Lore, would get a kick out of you saying hello. Hello, Lore. I think I pronounced it right at the beginning, which it doesn't look like Lori, it looks like Lore. Interesting name, cool. Mike, good to see you. I hope your trip is doing well. Oh, I'm sorry, Philip Villa. Tassa Barisle, I'm sorry, from Wisconsin. Good to see you. Keith B. enjoyed the trip from Korat to Udon. I lived in Konkan for 17 years, so drove that road many times. Yes, that is a Highway 2, and it's gotten a lot better. That road, a lot of it is concrete now, and more than 2 lanes, and because there's a lot of truck traffic on that road. Earth Camper, from where high-speed train starts to China from Bangkok. I love to see train ride to China. We were just thinking about the high-speed one, which is in Laos. I just got to figure out the visa stuff. Let's get the dub gaming. How much Thai have you learned? It seems like you've learned a lot. I travel around by myself in places that they don't speak English. So I have enough to speak good Pidgin Thai, I think. I think where I do better is I can read Thai. So when I'm out in an environment where I'm speaking and thinking in Thai, I do really well. When I'm just trying to randomly say something in Thai in the middle of speaking English, it's difficult. I think it's difficult for Thai people to do that when converting to English too. So, I live here and I practice a lot and I hear it every day. So that's the advantage that I have. I think in English a lot, mainly because of YouTube. And, most of my activities is my coffee school is in English, and my wife speaks English. So if it wasn't for that, I'd be Thai 100%, I think. You don't need to speak 100% Thai anyway here. Thomas Anders, hi, Chuck and Paige from Baltimore, MD. Been a subscriber for 5+ years now. Thank you very much. Make sure you still are, because YouTube likes to get rid of my older people. I don't know what their problem is. Going Grace, Chuck, is Mafia still mad about that? Nah, she can't do nothing about it. He does whatever he wants to do. And she's like, whatever, up to you. She's done. That's what she says, I'm done. Now it just sits parked at the shop. I'm going to do another video on the shop. I was thinking about doing it today. Later on, I want to update his shop. He's got a shop full of tuk-tuks, and he has some in storage. Like, he's building them every day, but he's not selling too many. Anyway, I'm going to show that shop again here pretty soon. Give some more detail on how to contact him and pricing and stuff like that. Rasale Malloy, love watching your everyday. Can't get enough of it. Thank you very much. The music is brilliant and the places you go are magical. Been to Thailand a few times, but only to Phuket. Must go and explore. Yeah, definitely, because Phuket is definitely touristy. Hit up some of the islands nearby. If you go outside of Phuket to Phang Nga, beautiful over there and that area. And the ride is amazing up in the mountains. But you know, you're not too far from. Well, I know you're probably. I don't know if you're flying into Phuket direct or not, but you know, Surat Thani just on the other side, there is beautiful. And yeah, I mean, just do some research and planning on however long you're going to be here, and definitely get out of Phuket. Tuxedo World, I love you guys. In my early 20s, and I enjoy watching No Time to Be Sad. It's how I end my nights. Thank you very much. The whole purpose, and I think I don't need to tell you guys now, was I was going to try to bring Thailand to people. And most of my audience at the time were in the States. So it was a time zone where they could come home from work, they could grab a beer, a sandwich, whatever, and sit and watch 30 minutes of Thailand, you know. That was my goal at first, and still I try to do that. I probably talk too much than I need to, I think, now, but my goal is to bring you a day compacted into 30 or so minutes of a video. Not a quick little how to do, what to do, where to go, how many people are here, you know, drone shot 7-minute clips, you know, with some G-strings and boobs. Those are nice sometimes too. Tom D, upcoming 3 weeks in Nakaya. It's funny that in English it's spelled Nakaya, but Nakaya, it should have been a G. I don't know why they put a K, but who knows. Cannot sit there 3 weeks either. Going to rent a van and driver, hit lay, be in time. It's actually in Lao, it's Bien Jan, but I don't know. And Leong, I don't know what that is. Leong is yellow. No, Leong. I don't know. I don't know what that. I don't know where that is for weeks. See how it goes. Yeah, definitely move around. There's nothing to do in Nakaya. Nakaya is actually a province of Nakhon Phanom, but there's like nothing to do there. Trailer Trash Thailand. Hi, Chuck. This is Dave Gatto. Wow, very cool. I love it. Sorry, this is the new channel for me. Well, I'll have to subscribe to that once I get off of that. I'm looking forward to that. Beer Can Chicken. Hello from Melbourne, Australia. You guys should have spelt that different. All right, Dave, you're freaking me out now. Just so you know, Chuck, Trailer Trash Thailand is my new channel. Okay, I'll check it out. Maybe somebody can share a link here to it. There it is. Mike's got it down here. We'll share the link. We'll get on that later on and subscribe. That's going to be good. Cranky old Santa Claus driving around Thailand, cussing at people on the road because he can't drive a friggin' trailer. Off-road because your GPS is taking you down some kind of crazy damn farm road rice field path. That ought to be great. Seeing you back that out of there. Phil Garnett. Hey, Chuck, are you guys going to surf in Hawaii? Oh, yeah, we're going to just get on a longboard, and I'm going to put Paige on the back, and we're going to town. Oh, shit. Let me get down here to some comments. I'm going to have to scroll down. I see here T-Lock Eyes. Thank you very much. Hi, Chuck. My wife and I will be vacationing in Honolulu, Hawaii in June 14th. Hopefully, we'll run into you. If not, see you in Thailand when we purchase a vacation home in Thailand. Your content is awesome. We are leaving June 15th, so Yeah, we're leaving on the 15th. Maybe we can hook up for dinner or something. I don't know. I got to scroll down, guys. Sorry. If I missed your questions, ask it again. I apologize. Will customers ask to see Newfoundland? Will customers ask to see my ticket at the airport, or are they not big on that anymore? Customs ask to see my ticket. I don't know what you mean. Normally they want to see your ticket in the airport. They want to see your passport and ticket together, usually all the time. I'm not sure what you mean by that, man. But I assume if you're in the airport, you got a ticket. Yeah. Mike is telling Sleeveless he thinks there's over 10,000 7-Elevens. Probably. Dave Monahan, hey Chuck, after watching today's video, I don't remember what you said Paige did for work before we met. She was a bartender slash, I don't know, some kind of manager for I don't know what she did exactly. She was a bartender at a restaurant and like a sushi restaurant when I met her. That's what she did. She did quite a few things, actually. She was a hard worker. She worked 7 days a week, and she'd save up her money and then go on a little trip, I think once a month with her and her friends. And yeah, that's what she did. Genuine Thai massage. Barry here, Chuck. Is Joe okay, mate? Joe's not okay. He's one of the weirdest persons I've ever met in my entire life. Other than that, he's okay, yeah. I think he just went to go get a checkup. Joe's only my friend because he's different and can take verbal abuse. He thinks round trip. Yeah, I don't know that they want to see a round trip ticket anymore because a lot of people come to Thailand to travel around. I don't think they really care about that, no. Like I don't have a round trip ticket when we're coming home, but I have a visa. I don't know. I don't think too much on that stuff. They just want to make sure you have a passport, and whatever visa you have coming in, or do you need a 30-day stamp, It's up to you to figure out how to get out. You don't want to overstay. Scotty the Hottie, hi Chuck and Paige from Kia Ora from Auckland, New Zealand. Say hello to the Mafias and your mom from me. Cheers, mate. Good to see you, Scotty. Let's get the dub game. Serious question. Do the passport bros have issues with Malaysian Airlines coming up missing or anything of that nature? Do the passport bros? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about coming up missing. I don't know. Does Paige know about your plans for the longboard and her? She knows I used to be a professional longboarder, so she's not worried. James Kiley, have you ever thought about getting a fishing boat? Yeah, if I lived by the water, if I lived in Prachuap, which I never will, I would definitely have a boat out there, 100%. I'd have one of them Thai-style wooden boats with a little cabin, and I'd have a couple of solar panels on the roof, have an anchor with a hammock and a fan, and maybe a cooler or something inside full of beers, and it'd be like my little man cave away from everybody out on the water. Maybe put a pole in the water. I don't know, but yeah, I'd have a boat. Okay, let me back up some. The Jacob family, have you ever heard somebody talking about you in Thai and then not realizing you understand? Yeah, this is a fun thing for me, actually. This is part of the awesome thing about knowing another language, and it's always the same thing. And it's not, I've never heard anybody really saying a lot of stuff derogatory. Now, I will say a lot of the really bad words or anything, I wouldn't even know what they're saying about me. But I know when somebody's talking about me, especially when I'm the only one like me in the room. But normally it's just, they're wondering why I'm there. Like, am I on vacation? Where do I come from? They're just curious about things. And a lot of them are surprised that I'm sitting there like eating a meal and eating like chili peppers or something. But nobody ever really says anything bad about me. But yeah, if it's too much and they have too many questions, I'll walk by and tell them, I live here. I'm from America, and I love spicy Isan food. Have a nice day. I'll tell them in Thai, and they'll be like. But a lot of times they want to ask you 100,000 more questions once they realize that you can say a few words in Thai. John Elmer, how about a road test on a tuk-tuk? I have no interest in driving a little tuk-tuk in Thailand. I could if I wanted to. My father-in-law's probably got like 50 of them right now for sale. I could probably just grab one if I want. He said he'd make me a custom one if I wanted to, but I have no interest in that. Yeah. Graham Hayes, hey, from Tasmania, good to see you. 198 people in the house. Thank you guys very much. Let's do a little change up here, scenery. It's our second home. Tommy J still seeing the Dos Equis bottle hanging. That's Paige's good luck charm. What are you talking about? Larry, not the cable guy. Hey, Chuck, which airline are you flying with this time? EVA? I think EVA only goes to like Taipei. I don't know. Do they go to Japan? I don't think they go to Japan. I mean, well, we got to go to Hawaii, but I don't think we got to go to Japan first. There's no direct flight, I don't think, from here to Hawaii. Maybe. But answer your question, we're flying AirAsia. Let's get the Dub Gaming. You never heard of that Malaysian Airlines that disappeared? Oh, okay. I see what you're talking about now. Yeah, I mean, that was a long time ago. I don't know what to tell you on that. If your fear is that you're going to disappear in an airline, then don't do it. I don't know how to answer that question. Traveler, good to see you. Don't change the way you do your channel. We enjoy what you say and how you present your channel. I don't really have any interest in trying to figure out how to make people happy. You guys know that already. I'm the biggest critic of my own channel. Like, I watch my videos and I see some things I need to change, but I'm not going to change my attitude as much. I try not to talk about, like the mass crap like that. It's just a burned out subject. I'm tired of talking about it, But I don't plan on changing. Keith B, I really appreciate how you show and talk about all the great things about living in Thailand while tactfully pointing out some of the difficulties or downsides. Yeah, a lot of times I'm sarcastic about stuff and it comes off like I'm complaining, but I don't really care too much about it. Everything I say could be construed as a complaint, I know where all that shit derives from on the internet, coming from probably the biggest whiner on the planet. I can hear an echo. Trent in Paradise. I can hear an echo, 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 echo. Yeah, I'm upstairs in like a concrete room. So actually, believe it or not, the little room behind me is not really where I'm sitting. So I apologize about that. This is the quietest place I can be at the moment. So I'm enduring a little bit of heat up here for you. So I hope you can deal with a little bit of the echo. Custom tuk-tuk long bed camper. You know what? I had a really, and I designed it because, you know, I have this time on my hands, right? My hair's messed up now. I was going to make like a taco wagon, but, or some kind of little food thing. And when I had my, you know, when you have a marriage license or a marriage visa, you can easily get like any kind of work permit. Not any kind, but easy to get a work permit. So I was going to get one and have a custom, would have a bed on it, and then would have these hydraulic lifts that kind of fold out and pick up. And I was going to sell something because I like to cook, you know. So, but I know, I'm glad I didn't do that. I'm from the US, so 9 times out of 10, I'm misinformed. I think we all are. I think a lot of whatever you see on the internet or whatever you read is always somebody else's opinion, you know, about stuff. So there's always another side to every story, for sure. I think a lot of times people don't seek that. I think it's easy to be like a team player, like this is my team and they can do nothing wrong, you know, and we're always pointing fingers, but never asking, you know, how did we get into this situation sometimes? So there's always another side to every story. I have a lot of people tell me you know, how they got screwed over by somebody in Thailand. You know, they did this or did that, but what exactly did they do to create this problem to begin with? Sometimes a lot of the problems that we have is because of how we are, you know. Big Al, good to see you. How long will you be traveling the rest of 2023? Why do you? I don't know. I don't really. The only plans I have right now is Hawaii and Europe, and I got to finalize the Europe trip. I'm not 100% sure. We're doing a cruise in Europe. We're doing a Royal Caribbean cruise with our friends Brent and Lori, and I'm not sure how long we're going to stay prior or after the cruise. That's my dilemma right now. So I got to figure out where we're going to fly back from, what country. Ron John, you're late. More hair stuff, William Tackett. The hair makes you look yoy. Yoy. I'll have to Google that. Marietta Thornton, good to see you. Thank you. How are you from San Francisco? Beautiful country. Another thing, my daughter lives close to San Francisco. And be careful when you go to Tent City. You watch out for the feces and the needles. But we really had a good time. It's overpriced. We had a crazy person stalking us down in Sacramento at a public park, and a couple people stalking us walking through the city. But we quickly evaded that situation. But yeah, had a great time in San Francisco, but very overpriced. Mr. Mitch is in the house. Thank you for joining us, Mitch. The purpose of flying is to disappear, is it not? Yes. Very good. Nice one. I think he actually apologized for bringing it up, but it's no problem. It's just conversation. Good to see you, Mitch. Hope all is well. Bobcat, hey, Chuck and Paige, love your vids, my friends. Thank you very much, Bob. I appreciate that. Carletto, good to see you. Tommy J, what is the biggest positive about having a YouTube channel? We know the negatives. Have I talked too much about the negatives, Tommy? I would assume you probably would know the positives. Me and you met personally, had a great time. I think the most positive thing is what we have done to change people's outlook on retirement, about living overseas, about getting rid of things that don't matter in their life and seeing what's really important, you know. But, meeting new people, uh, great people, I think has been the most rewarding thing for us. I'm not doing it to meet people. And it wasn't my goal. But there's way more positives in what we do than the negatives, 100%. Ron John, sometimes we have to stop being a victim and take responsibility. Very, very, very true, sir. To be a victim, it only affects you. Like, you can figure it out, brush it off, and get up and try to get around it. We're all victims of something, but we got to get through it and we got to get stronger. Bobcat, my San Fran adventure included a homeless guy dropping his pants and doing a number 2 on the sidewalk in front of me at Fisherman's Wharf. That sounds interesting. Like, there's a lot of people there. I wonder did the guy get away with that? And just, I would have sidekicked him. Yeah, but I don't know. That's strange to a whole lot of people in that area that he would be able to get away with that. But yeah, crazy, crazy people. But they're allowed to get away with shit like that, and there's no help for the mentally disabled. They're on their own pretty much. Stan from Poland, greetings, good to see you. Marietta, you were right by where I live when you were here a couple of years ago, right by the painted ladies on the Alamo Square. In San Antonio, yeah. I love San Antonio. That Paige got tired of it because we went quite a few times, but it's just, for me, it's like a romantic city, on the water, all the nice restaurants. It's very nice. Now the city, I'm not talking about in the city, but I'm talking about like on the Riverwalk area. It's beautiful. Keep the videos coming because you give me motivation to get out of the matrix. Very cool. Sean Solomon, agree with the comment about changing people's outlook on retirement. Happy e-biking, Thailand e-biker, good to see you. T-Lock Eyes, we live outside of San Francisco between Green Valley, Napa, and San Francisco. It's not the same like before, but no time to be sad. I think I'm not trying to defend the crazy people out there, but from my own experience, like when it came towards the end of my working, when I was on the verge of retiring, like everything pissed me off. Like I was super sensitive about everything. Like I was stuck there. It's like you can see the finish line, but you're having a hard time getting there, And everything was annoying to me when it was close to the end. But after a few years of going back, I'm kind of been survive. I don't worry, don't think too much. I think the problem with us as Westerners is we think too much. And a lot of our thinking always goes negative because that's the only thing we see on the news, the TV, the internet. It's always negative, 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 negative. So it's easy to avoid that shit. It really is, to be honest with you. There's way more positive than there is negative. But if we're always thinking negative, then everything just sucks, Renibus, hello from Fort Lauderdale. You ever been to South Florida? I guess you're new to the channel, but yeah, I actually was born in Miami. Most of my family live in South Florida and Fort Lauderdale. But I was born in Miami and lived in Hialeah for a long time. Joe Lizzie, hi Chuck from Sydney, Australia. What happened with your Hungry channel? Nothing's happened to it. I just haven't been doing anything with it. David K, you can't stop criminals anymore. You go to jail. Here's the thing, guys, and I've said this before, and this is my thought on all this bull. You can't control that shit like you can. Like the news, I think it shows that wants you to be divided and angered, but it really only wants you to watch them. They want watch time for all that. But you're right. Like it's like they can't do anything to protect you anymore. So you got to do what you can to try to get out of that situation. I'm here in Thailand. I knew the craziness prior to that, and I didn't want to be in that environment. I didn't feel like that's how I needed to live my life. So I made a change for something that I could do for myself. I can only control myself, so I make some sacrifices to get the hell out of there. And that's what I did. Traveler, thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. Wife says, thank you for your concern for her. She was touched by your response. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear about all that. I know I said I hope she gets 100%, but, I know you said that she can't because of her illness, but hopefully she can figure out a way to get around it and live with it in a better way, I guess I could say. By you, Tom, and on the loose again, what do you guess the top speed of your dad's tuk-tuks in miles per hour? I don't know anymore in miles per hour. I know it'll do over 100 kilometers per hour. So what is that roughly, like 60, something like that, miles per hour? Probably do higher. It's a 3-wheeled vehicle. So with the road condition good, who knows what it'll do. I don't think I'd want to go that fast anyway, but Trent in Paradise, living life for a better. We are living in the most serious times in history. There's been a lot of serious times in history. I mean, if you look back in history, there's been a lot of things happening. This shall pass, but that shit's going to happen way after you're gone too. So what really got to try to figure out on your little existence left on this planet to try not to let that stuff consume you. What are you going to do about it? And if you knew everything and had all the answers of how it happened, what's going to happen, and when it's going to happen, what really would that benefit you? Try to figure out a way to enjoy the 1 millionth chance that you even exist in life, because everything will pass. You got to be a strong person. Just the strong always survive. There's no time to be sad, no time for trolls either. That just comes with the territory. I just want my retirement money to go further. Is there something wrong with that? You must be having a conversation with somebody. It doesn't sound like it's going well. My TV has an on and off switch. I march to a different beat. I haven't watched TV in a long time. You know what I watch on YouTube is like science fiction. I don't know why. I don't know. I'm stupid that way, I guess. Marietta, super sticker. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Mitch is deleting comments again. Serious times, Spanish Inquisition, the plague, and so on. And them folks did not have YouTube vids on the internet. Good fried chicken and cold beverage, yeah. Fall of Rome, the Roman Empire, right? A lot of things. Alan Zomchek, Chuck, you and Paige have been a great source of comfort just watching your videos prior to my retirement here in Thailand and passing of my bride, Alan from Korat. Very sorry to hear that, Alan. Tuxedo's World, did you find out what that little electric car was? I'm curious about the brand. No, I didn't. Apparently, it was somebody in the restaurant. When I was videoing it, hang on a second. I think the ladies were in there watching me giggling. I wasn't thinking about for me. I was thinking that'd be kind of cool for my mom. I don't think I could fit in there. Hey, any more questions? Anybody? I'm literally talking to you. Relax. Thank you very much, Robert. So anyway, yeah, I'm thinking about making another video on the tuk-tuk for my father-in-law so I can help him try to get rid of. Hang on. This camera makes me look red. So I can help them get rid of some of those things. A lot of foreigners have bought them for their families here in Thailand. I was going to invite Mom to the live chat. I haven't talked to her yet this morning. See if she wanted to come on and say hello. But it's something I'm going to have to give her a big heads up before I do that. There we go. Bobcat, how's your mom Kara doing with her enclosed porch? Looks great. Yeah, just another thing for her that she can, because sometimes there's a lot of bugs and mosquitoes, and then she can pull her little scooter in. Another thing for her not to worry about, I think. Get her scooter in there in the rainy season. Just her own little space, Tuxedo, how do you keep coming up with ideas to talk about when filming? I run out of things to say. I don't know. Because I adventure, I go out and I do things, and I just bring my camera with me. And like I said earlier, I don't wake up in the morning thinking about what am I going to make a video about today. They're just random things, and we do a lot of traveling, and I just bring you guys along for the ride. I don't know the gas mileage on the tuk-tuk. I don't know. They're fuel-injected engines. It's a 1 liter. I imagine it gets pretty decent. It can be converted into natural gas if you want that. But I don't know the mileage on that. I don't think those things usually just drive around the city. I don't think people really keep up with it. My father-in-law probably could give you an idea of what it is. But some things you don't really buy for gas mileage, I think, because like I said, I imagine you're not going to go too fast in it, and they're all standard transmissions. I don't think you're going to get that bad of a gas mileage in that thing. Because it's a 1 liter 3-cylinder engine, it might get pretty good gas mileage compared to like a motorbike. You don't have to drive it as hard. Are your glasses single vision or progressive? They're single vision. It's just a 175 reading. Thad Hooker, how much did it cost for your mom's sunroom? A little over 50,000 baht. That beach makes me look red. Yeah, I don't know what the hell is it. My camera is not showing red. It's just the screen. Whatever. Fuel injected, impressive. So ask him about mileage when you do your bid. I'll do that for you. I don't think it's important on the mileage, but I will ask him. But mileage. I've been in the car business my entire life, and fuel economy depends on the driver actually. So I can tell you your Ford Mustang is going to get between 18 and 28 miles per gallon, but you might get 11 if you got a heavy foot. If you drive in traffic, it just depends on your driving habits mostly for fuel economy. But you say it might be better than a used car. I don't know. I think a pickup truck or an SUV. But if you're not driving out of your province, because you don't really want to get this thing on the freeway, do you? I don't think it's safe to drive long distance. I've seen them on the freeways, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I would do that. But up to you. I think you get better fuel mileage out of a little 4-cylinder Toyota pickup truck or something, on the highway. Be safer, I think, too. This is something that you just get and drive around in your province, I think. Download, good to see you. Slayer, me and wife traveling to Thailand and or the Philippines this winter. What is the season in December, January, February? Rainy, dry, cooler temperature? Yeah, it's usually, shit, I don't remember. The temperature drops here about that time. Normally the rainy season's kind of over, but this is the tropics, so it's hard to say. But yeah, that's kind of the busy season in Thailand. That's what they call it. Because the temperatures are not scalding hot. Sleeveless in Siam. Did you and Paige get married in the U.S. and in Thailand? No, we didn't. We didn't get married in Thailand. I don't think there's a need for that. I don't know why we would do that. Our marriage certificate, we got translated into Thai. Of course, we had to, because when I came over here at 46, I had to use that. That was the only way I can get a visa here. But it's translated into Thai language. When we're married, there's no benefit, I think, in Thailand to be married in Thailand versus being wherever you're from married. We got married, I think it's 16 years ago, but we got married in America. The comments give us ideas of things to talk about. Yeah. A lot of my content is derived from comments that I get. 98% of them are positive, but the negative ones I like to bring to attention because I want to share with people a different perspective, I think, sometimes. What car did you have in the States? I had many cars. Before I left, I had 3. I had a work van, a 2017 Ford Econoline at E350 I used for my business. And I had a Toyota Camry. I sold it, had like 20,000. It was 6 years old. I had like 20,000 miles on it when I sold it. And I had a new Toyota Tundra pickup that I used to pull my basketball. America Unboxed. When do you head to Hawaii? I'm going to be there between the 7th and the 15th this month. Steve, can you get it with air conditioning? You do like blow it up on the driver. Can you get air conditioning? You do like I think you can do anything you want if you want to customize stuff. Can he do it? No, he wouldn't do it. It wouldn't really make sense to have that. It's an open air vehicle. You'd have to totally enclose it with like plastic or something. But I guess you could get a aftermarket undercarriage unit and try to figure out how to mount the compressor. I guess you can do anything you want to with that thing. Maybe it'd be easier to have an overhead unit and close it or something like that. How are the Oakleys treating you? They're fine. They're pretty durable frames, so they haven't broke yet, and I'm kind of rough with stuff. Chris likes my father-in-law's new truck. He loves it too. Now it's parked at the shop. Bayou Tom on the loose again. You can get hurricanes in the Philippines in December. Ask me how I know. Yeah, that was a lot of the reasons why I wanted to move here too, because being in Florida and in Texas and anywhere on the Gulf Coast, or even on the East Coast, you're going to be subjected to horrible, uncontrollable weather. I didn't want to be a part of that anymore. Trenton Paradise, Mustang Cobra, 411 gears, 1 mile to the gallon. I've had a couple of vehicles like that, yeah. Mustang Cobra with 411. So was it a new body style Cobra? I'm guessing probably a new style. My last hot rod, let me see, what was my last hot rod? I had quite a few, but my last one was a 69 Barracuda. That they only came with a small block 318. I took the engine out. I put a 720 torque flight transmission. I ended up putting a 383, which is a big block. I had to change out some of the suspension and customize fender wells. It had a 391 Dana, I think is what I had for the rear end. I don't remember at the time. I had a 3800 stall. That thing was pretty fast car. It was really kind of too fast, and had some issues keeping that thing on the road. The suspension on those old Chryslers sucked too. No complaints, Dallo. Mike is talking to Dallo. Tommy J, what is the furthest place you've seen Paul Red's tuk-tuks under travel? We were on, they're all over actually. They're in Laos. He used to sell a lot of them to Laos, but they got greedy on their tax, so he just stopped doing it. He wasn't going to pay the under the table extra tax to get them over there. I don't know. I've seen them everywhere, really. I've seen them in Phuket. I've seen them on an island. And his tuk-tuks are one of a kind, so I know when they're his. I say that like I really know, but somebody probably could. But he makes everything from the frame up. The motors come used from Japan, and he breaks them down, modifies the engines, and increases the horsepower in the engine. Transmissions all gone through and new, and these things last forever. As long as the people can maintain it, which seems to be an issue here, at least keep the oil changed, the things last forever. I don't know the furthest. I've seen them quite a few places. Every time I see one in the video, look, there's one Paul Red tuk-tuk. There's a crap load of them in Udon. Now, we're booked to go to Thailand in July until September. I'm thinking the weather's pretty hot during that time of year. Yeah, it's definitely going to rain on you, most likely. Just bring an umbrella. Or just enjoy the rain. Pierre, very good to see you, my friend Pierre. I hope life is treating you well up in, you're in, where are you? You're not in La, you're in, I think you're in Tak, right? Or Nan, maybe you're in Nan, I don't remember. Do you know many expats who have applied to the retirement long-term visa, 10-year visa? Yeah, I know a couple. Wasn't an easy process for them to do it. I didn't get into detail because I don't think it's necessary. Like, I'm not going to push that on people because I think the system, it's very difficult requirements to do those things. I think they're ridiculous, the stuff that they ask for these things. I think they should make it a little bit simpler for people to not have to go to immigration. And I don't think immigration wants to see you anyway. It seems like when you're there, they should do something a little different. They utilize the computer more. They have facial recognition in Thailand. I think they should try to simplify things. So I don't really recommend that. But right now, my process is pretty easy, other than hiring an agency. Right now, I only have to see them for 2 hours a year at this point. So, but I think all that information is easily accessible on the internet now. It's a little confusing, some of the requirements. But I do know a couple people. One of them is Thai, actually. I don't know the reason why she got that, but that's a different story. I don't know why you would do that when you have a Thai ID or a Thai passport. Carlito, does your father-in-law truck bed roll down to deliver? Yeah, it lifts up. It easily just comes up and has a latch system. Robert, I had a Dodge Dart with a 426 wedge motor, put a new K member in from Mopar, sold the car, kept the motor. I like Chevrolet. I like big block Chevys, but Chrysler Mopar stuff is cool. I do like it. I've had some Pontiacs. I've had 3 Trans Ams. I had what do you call it? The Eagle Trans Am with a 455 in it. That was a cool car. Dark stories. So what, Chuck? You were lucky you weren't in Sukhumvit and Slum when they were building BTS traffic. You couldn't leave. I could only imagine. Iron Horse. Hi, Chuck. Came across your channel as I research retirement in Thailand. You understand something so well. Once you stop worrying about what others think, you can live. Yeah, I don't know quite what you mean by that, but yeah, when you retire and you don't have to try to appease everybody else, life becomes pretty simple. You wake up and you think to yourself, what am I going to do to make myself happy today? That's something that we don't normally do in our daily lives. Like we don't just say, what can I do for myself today? Whether it's dealing with your spouse or your family or your job, it's always give, give, give. So when you retire and you come over here, you like start over again because you don't really know what the hell's going on. So the best thing to do is not worry about what anybody thinks about you anyway. So. Yeah. And Lay, you're in Lay. I was right the first time. When you and Paige were RVing in the U.S., what was your favorite place you visited? We had quite a few. I really liked Colorado. We loved Colorado. Not in the wintertime, but we loved Colorado. New Mexico was cool. I mean, we went to a lot of the national parks. We stayed off of the West Coast. We've been to the West Coast many times. But I don't know. We liked Colorado. I liked the environment in Colorado. Sleeveless and Sam, have you noticed an increase in expats in your area since starting your channel? Yes. But here's the thing. Like people that want to come here, they want like the seclusion. Like they want this lifestyle. There's a lot of them that live not in the cities, like on the rural areas. And you only see them like when they're doing their check-ins or coming into macro. When I'm in macro, I see all kinds of people. Like, there's so many people here now doing shopping, But they keep to themselves here. They're not a problem. That's because that's what they want. That's the only reason why they would move out into this area. Super B GTX Challenger. Yeah, very cool car. Screaming chicken. Yeah, that's what it was. I put a B&M with that Trans Am, I put a lot of people don't care about this next part of the conversation, but I put a B&M valve body on that thing. When it hit second gear, it would go crazy, like sideways. That was a fun car to drive. I had a Formula too, it was a Pontiac 350 in it. But it was a fast car. Justin, good to see you. What did I miss? What do I miss? Well, I don't want to start over. We've already been here an hour and a half, but you can replay it. Elliot Harris, Chuck, just saying hi to you and Paige. By the way, I still own my 96 SS Impala with a 5.7 LTI. Very cool. That's a good car. Bobcat, my retirement plans, the beach, swimming pool, travel local areas, beach, and then the pool again. That's a good start. I'll tell you, you just got to come here with an open mind and let it happen. Don't come here with a lot of expectations, and you might find something that you never knew you would enjoy in life, A lot of people here, they're searching for some familiarities, and they're not going to find it. A lot of people get depressed. They miss their same old, and they end up going back. They can't deal with the massive change here. But I just say I feel like I'm a kid here, a kid with money. I just see things for what they are, and we make fun of things, and we see things that we think should be a different way. And sometimes later on, we realize why they do certain things, like it has to be done that way because of the environment or the culture, this and that. Sometimes things make sense. The other things, just it hurts to even think too much about it. Willow loves the live stream. Thank you very much. I'm going to have to end it soon. We're bouncing between 170 and 200. People coming and going. I know people, it's getting late or getting early. I don't know a right time to do this, I don't want to do two live streams because I'm already losing my voice. But I see a lot of comments I'm missing here. I'm looking at both screens here. Bobcat, what my retirement plans, and I just said that. We just talked about that. Sorry about that. My first trip to Thailand in November, reckon commission is to see if it's a retirement place for me. Excited. I think that's important to spend a little bit of time here. Not some scheduled time, just the time where you can kind of really just roam around and see if this place has an alternative for what you need, Chris, about the bathroom in Thailand, I do not understand. It is like every household in Thailand has bum guns, but the public bathrooms have super thin, useless paper. How did that happen? I think you're talking about like in the department stores. Most public bathrooms have the butt gun. But if you're talking about like in Lotus or some of the department stores, I don't know. Maybe because they don't have somebody in there constantly monitoring the bathroom. I don't know what these guys are doing in there. They're like playing Songkran or something with themselves. But when there's a bum gun in there, it is like a holiday for them with the water gun in their butt. I don't know. So I think it's because they don't want to have somebody constantly in there cleaning the bathroom, and it's the best way to keep it clean is without the water. It's my guess. But you definitely miss it when you're in there, and then like, okay, now I have toilet paper that is about as thick as what they use to wrap real toilet paper in. It's worthless. Ron John has a question for me. Did you and Paige ever make it to Acadia National Park and Cadillac Montana. I think so, but I don't remember, to be honest with you. We did go see what is that, in Montana with the Mount, with the president thing. You stupid American. I don't know. It's all been a blur to me. Hello, Eric. Good to see you. You don't even have to be retired to move abroad. Yeah, I don't think there's any rules on anything like that. You can still work if you work for a company overseas, or you work online, or I don't know, you'll be a street performer. I don't know. I'm sure there's all kind of ways you can figure it out. No, I love Thailand because it's so different from Australia. The difference is what makes that place. Hopefully it'll stay like that forever. Yeah, I think in our lifetime, we're not going to see too many change. I think change is on the horizon, not to get into Thai politics at this point in the stream, but I think change is inevitable. So when the younger people get a hold of stuff, they're going to change the old ways. Bobcat, yeah, just keep your interests wide open. Just be open-minded. America Unboxed. Thanks for the effort and time that you put into your videos. They're entertaining and informative to those of us researching retirement in Thailand. Well, thank you. Hopefully it's just me kind of showing you everyday life as what you're gathering. Anytime I give information on a certain thing, you got to always know it's going to be a different scenario from you, but at least you can get an idea sometimes of how it's handled. Big D, just curious, how did you and Foreigner Joe meet? Also, any updates on Daz and his gorgeous pen pal? What a sweetie. No information on Daz's pen pal. She's still she's a hard worker selling honey. She's a hard working, very nice lady, very, very good pen pal for Daz. Met Joe in Kanchanaburi on the river. One of our mutual subscribers was hanging out with Joe and Gift, and they had called me and asked if they could come visit us with Joe. Joe's like, yeah, I don't want to. He wasn't really interested because he's like me. He's not really trying to get in a spotlight. And I didn't really care, to be honest with you. So we met and we got along pretty good right off the bat. And I don't know, he didn't have a vehicle. And I think shortly after that, me and Paige and him and Gift, we went on a pretty good long trip down into Phuket, and we had a good time together. I think at that time he was in the condo in Bangkok. Yeah. Tony F, hi, Chuck I, old mate. Traveled outside Australia. It's quite expensive now, with the Aussie dollar being equivalent to US about 65 cents. So going to travel more here while we can, hopefully visit Thailand soon. Yeah, the money thing is a roller coaster ride for everybody. Ours is staying right at about 34, but who knows what will happen. It was 29 for a long time for us too, so we've seen some pretty down peaks ourselves. Bobcat, check other places out too, Justin. I'm talking to Justin. Yeah, I will also, what Bobcat is saying, and I've said this many times, if I was single, I wouldn't just live in Thailand. Like, it makes no sense for me to stay here. Like, I would come here 3 months. I would go to maybe Vietnam for 3 months, Singapore, Japan. I would travel this part of the world until I got bored and figure out, I'm sure I would settle down in Thailand. Or maybe I find a place in Australia or New Zealand. Who knows? But I wouldn't stick in one place for me, but that's just me. A lot of people aren't going to live their lives like a gypsy, you know. But I would do some traveling at first just to get a better idea of the culture in Asia. You know? Samora, good night. Tiger Man 61, I carry baby wipes in Thailand, comes in. Yeah, well, I've said it quite often, you know, the little tissue packs, you got to have that because the bathrooms don't have them. Now, the public bathrooms that don't have butt guns usually always has toilet paper, if that's what you want to call it, in the stall. But the other ones don't, so you got to carry tissue. But yeah, they sell little travel packs of wet wipes, which also is a good thing to have in the moist environment. Mount Rushmore, yeah, that's it. I knew somebody get it for me. Jeffrey McKinney. Hi, Chuck. It's Jeff from Concan. Check out the Marina Cafe. You will love the pizza and food and fantastic lake view. My shout when you come. Cheers. Yeah, I don't know what we're doing, but I'll look at that. Mainly, we're just going to go stay the night at a hotel, take Mafia to the doctor in the morning, and then come back. My next trip, Justin, is Hawaii, which is coming up in about a week. Robert Mack, just Vietnam has some nice areas for expats. My wife. I still get, you know, that video I made, what Paige was talking about. You guys don't see it, but I get comments every day about that video where she was talking about, you know, what she thought about Saigon or Ho Chi Minh, whatever. That's a topic too. Like all the signs there say Saigon. Everybody still calls it Saigon, but if I call it Saigon, I know I'm behind the times. You know, I'm anti-government. Like I don't really give a crap. But we really enjoyed Saigon. We actually might go back again next year because our Thai friends who are come to the Sunday Fundies have never been on an airplane before. They want to go. So we might be the liaison for them to do that. But, you know, it's a city, like every city. But, you know, they had some issues. And I wasn't allowed to talk about those issues. Like I was supposed to say, oh, everything was perfect and it was great. It had some things that we didn't like about it. And we talked about it. But we never said we hated anything really about Vietnam. We actually had a great time there. And it's so close for us to go. But still getting crap from that video. I think they just read a title and they don't have time to watch the video because they already got their perception of me anyway based on how I look, where I come from, and the title. So that's where their comment derives from. But their comment doesn't really matter. Eric D, not everyone is going to love Thailand. Each person will take a different place. My wife and I want to move to Kuala Lumpur. We might go there too, but I do enjoy watching your videos of Thailand. Yeah, we might go there this year too. But Thailand is not for everybody. I think Thailand's not for most people. That's why they end up in areas like, you know, my favorite places to be. Because they can easily pretend it's not Thailand, I guess. Micah, Chuck, I was very fortunate to meet yourself and your lovely mother in Hue An. Yes, nice. It was very nice to meet you too. Hope we see you again. I had a question about driving. Is it easy, safe for a guy to drive around Thailand once you get outside of the big cities? I don't know that it's safe anywhere in Thailand. And when you get out of the cities, you get a lot of people that don't really have very good driving skills. They're driving all kinds of different modes of transportation on the freeway. They kind of like in their own world here. Like they're really, you can call it sabay, but it's very dangerous. They just, they don't pay attention to anything outside of what they're doing. When they're ready to go make a lane change to get in the U-turn lane, they just go. You know, so you just got to be cautious. It's easier to be more cautious in the rural areas because not a lot of stuff is happening to you all at once. But my suggestion is to stay in the right-hand lane and watch what's happening. Annie Noying, good to see you. Beautiful background, giving love from the Netherlands. Thank you very much. No, Ron never made it to Maine. Was on our plans on our trip, but we never did it. I think I may have told you before, I have a cousin that lived there, has a boat, a fishing boat, and we were looking forward to going out there and doing some fishing. Didn't go. Keith Muckchucker, butt gun, installed one in our toilet. After a few years, hose split, flooded the house. Now getting stuffed around by insurance. Would have already retired in Thailand if it hadn't happened. Wow, that's life's changed. Your life has changed because of a butt gun. That sucks. But yeah, some similar thing happened actually to Daz. He installed one on the upstairs of his house, and he was gone on a little trip and came back to a crap load of home repairs that needed to be done. America Unboxed. I'm going to have to let it go. We're going to have to end this here pretty quick. We have a place in the Philippines, and the plan is to stay 2 to 3 months each in Thailand, Philippines, and US, and try various other countries. I think that's awesome to float around. Eric D., everybody, including locals that live in Saigon, call it Saigon. People that live in central or northern Vietnam call it Ho Chi Minh City. I'm not from there, and I noticed in the comment section, like, this is like a big deal to some people. It's a big deal to some people that are Vietnamese. It's not a big deal to me. I don't really give a shit either way. And it doesn't seem to really matter to the people that live there. It doesn't matter to the beer companies, the business owners, the street names. I mean, you see Saigon. I don't see Ho Chi Minh anywhere. But I don't see why that really matters. In Thailand, they only know it as Saigon, most of the Thai people here. So, but it seems like it's a really touchy subject with some people, but whatever, it's their problem. Who cares? It doesn't affect me. Mr. Mitch, I still call Myanmar Burma. That's what I grew up on. Exact same thing. It doesn't really matter. I mean, people make a big deal out of it that it really doesn't. Why would it even matter to them anyway? That's, some people, you got to make sure everything is proper. They can't live outside of their line. Bayou Tom on those again. He likes the burgers, and Joe lives off KFC and spaghetti. That's right. That's what we do. Oh, and pizza. Yeah. I only eat hamburgers. Like, that's it. Like, right now, my mother-in-law downstairs is making me a triple cheeseburger with pickles and lettuce. Yeah. I can smell it cooking right now. I usually cut it in like sections so I can have some for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Or sometimes I'll just eat 3. Or maybe at one setting I'll have 3 hamburgers. Just makes life easier, because there's hamburgers everywhere in Thailand, all over the place. Scotty the Hottie, Chuck, come to New Zealand, surf, sun, surf, rivers, lake, snow, mountains, we have it all. We are coming to New Zealand. Just not sure where. Thank you very much, Justin. I appreciate that, sir. Okay, Ron, we're going to go soon too. Polly Chiang, I am Cambodian, your subscriber. Thank you very much for that. I had a lovely time in Cambodia. Mitch, when I travel, I always shut off my main water supply for flooding reasons. That's a good idea. Especially in the wintertime, right? Hang on a second. I got a bat signal coming on my phone right now. It must be about one of my viewers. Oh, it's this. Joe sent me a link. People always make these videos. How much does No Time to Be Sad make? I don't ever comment on them. I could give a shit. I mean, what's the difference? Who cares? It's weirdo for how much does this person make? But they're off so much. Like they suck at trying like that. They're not even good at that. But the people watching the videos, they don't know any better anyway. Thanks for sending that to me, Joe. Like, I get maybe, I guess I should feel privileged that other people are making videos about how much does No Time to Be Sad make on the internet. Who gives a shit? No, I do it for free. Like everything, like I'm so happy to just do this because I really enjoy it, but why wouldn't you want to collect money if you could? Like that's cool, right? You can make videos on the internet and make money at it too. I think some people just get annoyed at it because they can't do it or don't have the time to do it, You are correct. The people that live here don't care if you call it Saigon or Ho Chi Minh City. I don't know why they would. I think it's mostly Westerners, or a lot of that was French people, Italian people, and German people that really were touchy about the whole damn video. I was like, what? It's your problem. Whatever your problem was. It was all like a typical American view. Well, I am American, and my perspective is from where I come from, just like yours. So, whatever. Mitch, I still call Seattle a shithole too. It's the way I grew up. I still call Texas Mexico. Ronald Hammerstorm. God morning, Chuck. Thank you. One big problem driving in Thailand is that Thai drink and drive. Mao and traffic is normal in Thailand. Yeah, that's another thing you got to be careful. I don't like to get next to anybody. I don't care. Every time I get next to somebody, I think they're drunk. So you never know. They're just going to come ram into the side of your car. That's the thing to do here is drive and drink Lao Khao. Justin, Chuck, never stop freeing to offend people by just being honest. It's one of the reasons I love your channel. Keep it real. I don't try to offend anybody, I think it's the way I come off sometimes with my words. I don't know. I never really was good at keeping my mouth shut sometimes. But, we all have a right to an opinion. But I'm not going to tell anybody how to think. For some reason, people are going to tell me this is the way it is. But I had a different experience. Is that okay? Daz is in the house. Good morning, Daz. Good to see you awake. What is it? 11 o'clock? Must have had a rough night last night. No, I just started talking. really 2 hours on the live stream, I've been staring at the camera for an hour and 55 minutes of it. I don't know our schedule, Justin. I assume probably because it's going to be close to Thanksgiving time. So Mitch is going to Texas. Be careful. There's only 2 things in Texas. That's a Texas joke. Well, good morning, guys. How are you? Glad to see you. You guys are in Da Nang. I don't know if you guys remember Anthony and Maura. Just love those fish burgers, yeah. No, I only eat hamburgers. And Joe eats pizza and KFC. He eats a KFC pizza. You know, I think Joe gets crap about it too, you know. We only share like a portion of our day, you know. A lot of times we share food. I don't know why we do it, you know. I guess people like to see food sometimes, maybe not all the time. But food's kind of a big part of my life. So I came to Thailand because the food is awesome here. It's fresh. I feel so much better with the quality of food here. If I do get a hamburger, I feel like crap after I eat it because it's just too much bread, you know. Most of the time when I order a hamburger, I don't eat the bread most of the time. But every now and then I miss a hamburger. I'm always disappointed when I get one anyway. But there's not really any kind of comfort food, I guess you could say, familiarity food here in Isan. There are some, but it's Thai style. It's not, or it's like European style. But anyway, we always get shit about it. But what are you gonna do? I mean, that's part of the deal. You get crap. Everybody's trying to relate what they know to our content, you know. Why do you do this? Why do you do that? I'm like, what the hell different? Because that's what I do. What's the problem, you know? Just enjoy the video or don't enjoy it and go away or watch something change. There's like how many, I don't know how many millions, probably billions of YouTube channels now, you know? But a lot of these people, they just want attention, you know, they want to feel like they can be, like show you up or something. Like they can watch a 30-minute video and their comment will be like, oh, I found something. Oh, you said this, or you misspoke this, or this and that. And like, you know, that's what you got out of the video. I mean, okay. I guess that's all you're looking for. I don't know. Good for you. You know, stick around. I'll misspeak, I'm sure, many times because I don't give a shit. This is not the Discovery Channel. Captain Bob, good day. Dad's had a good night and finally got some sleep. Wow, very good. You must have had some, got a hold of some of those gummies. Dan S., my Thailand family always says us US people always eat frozen food. How do they know? Like, how do they know our diet? You know, but unfortunately, that's probably not too far off of being the truth, you know. When I went back to the US, I saw all these pretty cool, like you don't even know how to cook anymore. It's just everything is just in a bag, stick it in the oven, and there you go. But, you know, that Thai people, they all think we're pretty much the same, but it's not their fault. Like they don't really have the experience or the abilities to research who we really are. So they just got an idea, you know. Oh my God, you can eat something spicy? Oh, am I not supposed to or what? You know? Joe should eat whatever he wants to eat. People get critical watching people eat that. I can promise you, anybody that is on the internet changes their lifestyle or changes their habits for views, their channel is not going to last. Like you, this isn't Chuck working for you. Like it's just not. It's not going to last. Like you can only do. You can't do anything. You can't do it all for everybody. You know. So they're either going to like you or they're not going to like you. Whatever. It's easy to make fun of somebody on a computer screen. Like in reality, the consequences of you walking up to somebody and says, "Hey, I think you should grow your hair out. I think you should change your diet. I think you should do this or you should do that." Like that's probably not going to happen. You know. I'll tell you guys an interesting story here, and I don't know if this person still watches my channel or not. Johnny, thank you very much for the super sticker. You are an awesome individual. Thank you. I'm going to tell you guys a quick story. I met some guy in Jomtien. And this guy always gives me shit about a certain word that I say. Sawadee-khap. Sawadee-khap. So I learned Thai basically from my environment, right? I think we all learn our basic language at school, but our speaking voice is from our environment. I think, right? So he would get aggravated with me because I would go, "So what the crap?" It's not so what. It's not so what the crap. It's so what the crap. I can't give a shit. So this guy confronts me. He tells me he loves the channel, likes what I do, but comes off and tells me right off the bat, "I'm annoyed by your." I said, "So you're the guy. Like, this is awesome. I finally get to meet a critic and he's gonna tell me to my face how I'm irritating him." That's awesome. So he goes, "Yeah, I don't know why you say so what the crap." I said, "Well, what difference does it make?" I said, "Do you not know what I'm saying?" I said, "Apparently you're not English. You come from somewhere else. If you say hello to me, it's probably going to be in your accent, but I know you're saying hello. What is your point other than you're annoyed by a word?" Because I don't really care. I mean, I'm not going to walk around going, "So what the crap?" I don't give a shit. That's just not really, that's not my speaking language. We didn't really get into too much of a heated conversation, and I don't think we really kind of convinced each other either way after that, but it was cool to meet somebody like that. But, you know, it doesn't matter. Somebody's always going to criticize you for everything. And I think a lot of people don't want to learn Thai because of the criticism they get from others. But it's difficult to mimic the Thai language. And I don't know why it's so hard to understand that depending on the region of your country, you're going to speak different, you know. I don't speak the Queen's English, and I don't really give a shit to do that. Like, I don't care about that. I understand what you're saying. Unless you're Australian, I don't know what the hell you're saying. Just kidding. But I don't know, people are strange sometimes. But it was good to encounter that. But, you know, you can hear in my videos all the time with the people in the area, they go, "So what they cop? So what they cop?" I mean, call them up and tell them, "Hey, you need to learn how to speak, damn it." Anyway, enough about that. But that was funny. Lolly, Victorio, good to see you. Hello, Chuck and Paige from San Diego, beautiful San Diego. Fans here, and we hope to visit Thailand soon. Enjoy Hawaii from Tim and Lolly. Thank you very much. Me and Paige love San Diego. I lived in El Cajon for about 10 months before I finally realized I couldn't afford to live there. I was 22 years old, so what do you expect? My fascination was, I think, Tijuana. I've pre-learned I'm sorry in time because I probably need that one. Yeah. Katoa, katoa, katoa. I am always constantly bumping into people. Dan S., you are right. There are critics everywhere. You're just a bigger target because you have a YouTube channel. That's why the world is sick. Yeah, I mean, it was weird when I first started it. The channel, it's like I'm trying to convince. I would get these critics, and I'd be like trying to figure out how to convince them that no, you're not right. But I realized that they don't really care to be right or wrong. They just want to criticize you, and they want some feedback from you. That's all they really want, you know. They don't really give a shit about anything else. I mean, they could create their own channel and convince everybody how perfect they are if they want to. But I rarely meet people that come up to me and say, hey, you know what, I really hate what you're doing on YouTube and I think you suck. I mean, because I'd say, hey, that's fine. I think you're a dickhead. I mean, we could go back and forth, but what difference does it make? Get away from me, you know? I think that would be pretty much the conversation. You know, who cares what you think? Go away. In real life, go away. Jake, good to see you, my good friend Jake. The best criticism I ever got was a Thai friend told me I spoke like a Thai rural person. I wear that as a badge of honor, yes. It's always good to hear somebody say, oh, Phalang Puchat Ma, means that you speak Thai very clearly. You speak clearly. And that's good when you say something and then the response is, oh, you speak clearly. It means you understood me. But a lot of times they're surprised that we can say certain words, you know. But yeah, that is a compliment, you know. Jay, good to see you. Oftentimes I live in Liberty Station area because one of my customers are literally a block from the border in Otay Mesa. We love the area, but you are right, expensive. Yeah. That was a long time ago when I lived there. But we visited San Diego a few times. Now I think everybody's high. Dallo speaks fluent Australian. Australians are, not all of them. Now I've met some weirdos. A couple of them are YouTubers. I can't believe they're even Australians. But you guys are great. Like, you guys definitely can take some criticism, some sarcasm, some back and forth. You know, it's funny. I really enjoy. I've got a lot of Australian friends that I've met through the channel. When you guys get to drinking, I don't know what the hell you're saying. I barely understand when you're sober. Chris, not to sound like a girly, but do you think there's any chance we can get a flower montage video one day? I like showing, you know, it's kind of weird. I don't know why it's weird, I guess from a manly thing, you know, like I didn't give a shit about flowers. I knew they were expensive and a pain in the ass and I had to bring them home every time there was some kind of weird, you know, not just Valentine's Day or anniversaries or something, like I was supposed to bring a flower home because I said something or something. I don't know. We don't give a crap about no damn flower. They die. They're expensive and they're going to be dead like in about a week. But, you know, when I retired, it's like I got to look at things differently. I was like, it was crazy like how beautiful, because there's a lot of beautiful flowers here in Thailand, in the tropics, you know. So I just started sharing the pictures of the flower because they're amazing. It's life, you know. It's life like I've never seen it before. It's nature, you know. And I just really got into nature. And I don't know about a whole video of flowers. I don't really feel like doing that. But I try to show flowers sometimes. I do have some videos that have like when we went to like a floral park. There's nothing but flowers, you know, stuff like that, but not many. Most Aussies are straight shooters and have a good sense of humor. I think most Texans are too. I think a lot of, okay, I'm going to pick on my Brit friends. I have a lot of British friends. You know I love you guys. You guys are very strong critics about everything. You guys can't say one sentence without a complaint. But that's okay. I get it. I understand. It's funny. One problem I have with my British friends is they don't want a response back. Not everybody. Relax. I know, what is it, like 10 people living, on the tiny little island of England. Just kidding. But anyway, a lot of them, they don't want me to respond back to them. Like, they get offended that I even replied back to their complaint. And I think, this is weird. Like, you get to talk shit to me, and if I say something, all of a sudden I'm like, Mr. Sensitive Sally. And what the heck is wrong with you? If you don't want a response, don't talk shit, I notice that a lot with certain types of cultures. I'm not saying Americans are probably maybe just as worse, But I think Americans understand where I'm coming from, and they know that I bite back. I think with a lot of the British, they get kind of like, wow, okay. And I've done this back and forth in person with a lot of them, They like to say, oh, you Yanks and this and that, blah, 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 blah. But they don't want any criticism back. And they get they just like, whoa, they stand back and go, okay. Like, chill out, dude. Martha, Chuck, why are you and Paige going to Hawaii? It is one heck of a long flight from Thailand. Paige, come here. Somebody has a question. Martha says, well, she's asking me, but why are you and Paige going to Hawaii? It's a long flight from Thailand. Paige wants to go to Hawaii. Why do you want to go to
Hawaii? Why?
Do we have to have like a reason or something, or what?
It's my birthday.
It's her birthday. Yeah. That's just it. We're just going to go because it's her birthday.
Yeah.
I don't know. I live there. I think some of the beaches are more beautiful in Thailand, but it's a different place. It's Waikiki. Waikiki's a beautiful place, and it's going to be an adventure. We're going to have a good time. So that's about it. It is a long flight, though. I do know that. But it's okay.
They have energy, no problem.
Yeah, Paige still has energy. Don't worry about me. Jake says happy 29th birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah. Daz says Chuck talks flowers when him and Joe are holding hands and skipping. You should video that next time, Daz. Actually, that's not true, because as we're holding hands, we're cupping Daz's butt in the middle. So he just doesn't want to tell you that part. At nighttime, we all sleep together with Daz, and he calls me and Joe his tortilla. Spoon me, boys. How dare you both go to Hawaii? Bonus is you will vlog it. Yeah. It'll be fun. I'm kind of a little, in the U.S. about making video, but it's Hawaii. It's tourist town, so I'm still going to be the tourist, I hope. I don't care too much. I don't really point the camera at people, but yeah. Lurker, you see Chuck get his bracelet? That was classic. That was a good one, Daz. I'm glad you fell upon that funny bracelet. It was funny. The funny part was you put it on my wrist without me even seeing it. My wife and I got married on Diamond Head Beach in Hawaii. A very beautiful place. I'm going to tear down the building and settle down there in a rocket ship. Paige has too much energy. Here, let's go into I got a little cooler in here. I like this one. You like that? It's kind of a sexy room, huh?
No.
You don't like it? What, you don't like purple or what? What's your problem? Let's see, how about this one? You like this one?
Oh, yeah, it's a lot of color. I think it.
Okay, Nalani Fujimoto. Hi, Chuck. See you guys next week. Thank you very much. The psycho is going to pick us up from the.
How am I colorful?
We'll make sure Paige got her colors on so I can find her. Anyways, I guess that's it. We've been online for 2.5 hours. I've been talking a lot. I don't think anybody has more questions for me. Martha, Chuck, if you haven't been to Oahu in a while, I can tell you for 2019 that I saw a lot more homeless people everywhere. I don't really, there's homeless people all over. I think United States is in disparity right now, but I'm not looking for all of that anyway, so what are you going to do? So. Hi, Chuck and Paige, hello from Singapore. Unfortunately, tourists don't get to see the real Singapore, only the touristy places. I think that's why we're probably going to go meet up with our friends there. His wife is Thai, but he's Singaporean, so they've already got a plan for us. So hopefully they know what we like. We don't really care much for touristy stuff.
Good food.
We like food. No, I like hamburgers. I only eat hamburgers. Yeah, I don't remember. Somebody says I eat hamburgers.
I think last time you have diarrhea. I remember that.
Yeah, that got me in trouble in Al Nan. Yeah. I almost couldn't look at a hamburger for quite a while after that.
And no water.
Sean Dish. Twice in the last 2 months, you visited super chill beaches. Will you be going back to them? I don't know. There's a lot of cool beaches. I don't know where we're going to go. If we're going back to them, I'm sure we'll be going back to Koh Chan. Martha, Chuck, if you and Paige like food, you guys should go to Vegas.
I've been there
How
many
many
times.
times have we been to Vegas?
I don't know, but I've been there many times.
Probably 10,
Yeah.
at least 10 times.
Hello, Mr. D.
Okay, I'm expecting a box of chocolate-covered macadamia nuts from Hawaii. Okay, I'll make a deal with you right now online. Go away. You can't go away. I will buy you 3 boxes of macadamia nuts with chocolate covered, but you got to come here and pick them up. I'm not mailing them to you.
No, it's gonna be nuts.
If I have to mail them to you, I'll make sure I'll put them in the microwave first. That's the only way I'll buy them. Retired life.
Please,
Aloha. I am from Oahu, Hawaii, but I've been in John Tiem for about a year. Hope to run into you both sometimes during the trip. As much as I talk shit about John Tiem and Pattaya, we always end up going there. We enjoy our time there. I just don't want to live there.
It's a nice stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, Jake, you had mentioned this to me before. Parking pass at Fort De Russie will save you a lot of work. We're not going to rent a car until we get there. I'll look around, I might find a fellow subscriber or friend that is going to allow me to park at their house or something. The parking crap is crazy. The hotel we're staying at, $35 a day just to park in their parking lot. So renting a car is not something that the businesses want you to do. But the car rental is cheap. Okay, guys, here's Mr. Mitch's response. I will most certainly come to Topanome and pick them up. You can count on it. Okay. I will buy macadamia nuts. I will put it in my in my personal bag on the airplane so they don't melt. And I will baby these things through Bangkok. You can meet us in Bangkok if you want to. And I will get it to Topanome. And you better show up. Because that's going to be a hard thing to bring back.
Are you going to eat it all?
Or I'll be eating a box of chocolates. Dave, are you still here? Chuck, do you feel like on your last trip with Daz that you did him wrong because he could still walk and was not in pain? I'll be nice to Daz. Daz is sensitive, but a sensitive, delicate flower. We won't pick on Daz.
That's a big baby.
The airport has great, huge lockers you can store your stuff. A lot of the international airports now have it. We did that in Taipei. We stored our stuff in a locker. Really easy. Trent in Paradise, melted chocolate pack digging out of your fingers. Goodness. Somebody sent me some, what do we call it, truffles, or I don't know the fancy name. Somebody from Canada sent me some chocolate. I was really excited about it. And when I got it, it was a bag with like melted crap on the bottom of it. I was like, what were you thinking, dude? It's chocolate. We live in a microwave.
You still eat it?
Yeah, I ended up scooping it out and putting it in a jar and adding it to like desserts and stuff.
You make a cake, right?
Yeah, I made a cake. I made icing with it. We did all kinds of things. It was really good chocolate. The good thing about the chocolate-covered macadamia nuts, you can just buy them at the airport. On the way here, everywhere. It's like a signature gift, you know. Check, there's an Enterprise car rental adjacent from Fort de Russie. If you don't want to go back and forth to the air, I wasn't gonna. Here's my thought again. My first thought was get it from the airport. Whoops, sorry. Until I realized the parking situation. Then I realized that there was a few car rental places located close to where we're staying at in Waikiki. So we were going to kind of search the area and see if there's a lot of public parking places. If there was, I saw one is like $10 a day. If I could find some other stuff, we were just going to rent from close to where we were at. But yeah, I'm not sure how far we are from Fort de Russie from our hotel. So I don't know. I'm not thinking about it too much at the moment. But we probably will at least find a car for a day. But, I'm sure we can find parking. How can I be serious when I'm in a room, a Simpson room? It's like Tijuana. LB, you must transport any chocolate in an airplane and give them to the stewardess for refrigeration. You think they would still be there at the end of the flight? Every international flight I've ever been is like a friggin' ice box. Like you have to bring a jacket on the plane because it's friggin' cold. You got to bring a sweater too because sometimes it gets chilly in Hawaii at nighttime. Sometimes, yeah, it gets in the low 60s.
Wow,
Yeah, at night.
it's hot here.
Well, yeah, we live in a microwave. But I think it'll be safe on the plane. My chocolate. I think I've transported. I'm going to have some M&Ms, some Reese's Pieces. Uber, yeah, Uber is going to be probably our way to get around. Uber. Yeah, we probably don't need to rent the car. Just take Uber. That's why I said I don't want to think too much about it. I was going to say Uber, but I couldn't remember the name. There's another one too.
đi.
Here's another one. Don't go to Honolulu, lots of crime. Well, I don't know. Where am I going to fly into, LB? I think there's lots of crime everywhere. There's a lot. I mean, I think we only concentrate on the bad things, I guess. Anything could happen anywhere, right? T-Lock Eyes, only Costco in Hawaii carries goodies inventory for a nice discount. Don't pay tourist prices, but make great content. We don't have a Costco card. We have a friend that's going to take us to Sam's, I think. So we're limited. We're like gypsy dependents. Did I see Chocolate Man in the comment section? What's up, James? Lyft. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. FYI, 20 minutes ago, I did my 90-day notification, submitted online, and just came back approved. Easy peasy. Life is easy, isn't it? Mitch has done his online 90-day check-in.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't know if you saw my video, Mitch, but I went and to immigration to do my TM30 because we went to Vietnam. And every time we get a new entry date, normally we have to go. But this is the first time I got a multiple entry stamp. And the lady said, no, if you have the multiple entry, you don't have to come back and do the TM30. So now I only have to see immigration 2 hours a year. That's basically it. Everybody say good morning to James. James in the house. This is half of Pookie's head down there. You see Paige is fidgety. She can't sit still ever. Paige helped with the translation of my first audio. Yeah, that's good. I'm glad you're able to do the 90-day online check-in. I think it's super easy. But I've heard a lot of and I tried to do it for my mom, but I can't seem to get the street address. I don't know, it's not going through, and the people there, they're really laid back. I can't seem to get help. So, but my mom, all she's got to do is walk into the office. She just hands them her passport, and they do the 90-day check-in, and she walks out. She don't even have to fill out any papers there. So I think maybe the office doesn't want to do the online. I don't know what the problem is over there. So I'm going to try it again. Unfortunately, we'll be in Hawaii when I try it.
It's depends on the office too.
Yeah, I think it depends on the office. She must be cooking some spicy stuff down there.
Okay.
Damn,
That's my room.
must be good.
Dầm mắm muông. Sour.
Anyway, we're coming to like 2.5 hours on the live stream, James. Sorry, you missed a whole lot of us talking about you earlier. But you can rewind it. I want to apologize, James, right now. Just kidding. I didn't mention you at all, James. No, just kidding. You guys look like you had an awesome trip in Bali. Good to see Fa getting out of her shell in a country where nobody knows what the hell she's talking about. I think that's funny, you know. I get to see what it's like to be a foreigner. You know, I think that's great content. Great adventure. That's my backdrop. We're in TJ, Tijuana. All right. Good night. Dub Gaming. Yeah, I think that's the only way we can all be friends, right, James? And just have a good time with each other. Do we have plans ever to go to Bali?
I don't know. I haven't thought.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's easy. Just
Yeah,
buy a
it's easy
ticket
to
and
go
go.
there. It is. It's easy now. I love these times. You know, you want to go. You want to go to Malaysia? Okay, let's go. Bam. As long as the ticket's not stupid priced, you know.
Buy a ticket and go.
Yeah.
I saw the ticket from
How much is it to? To Singapore right now? Have you looked?
Singapore. If we get on Krabi, well, I didn't look on Bangkok. From Krabi is I think 5,000 round trip.
For one or two?
Mm-hmm. The Bangkok.
So why did you check Krabi?
Oh, you say after we come back.
Yeah, but we're going to go to Bangkok. We can leave from Bangkok to go there.
Whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, now it's out. James is going to Malaysia. Oh, you're going to drive to Malaysia.
Mm-hmm. You take a train too.
That's interesting, James, to drive to Malaysia. That's going to be funny.
Can you imagine? I like it. I like the food.
Watch out for the car bombings and all that crazy stuff. I wouldn't go that way, James. Daz, I was planning to go this morning, but finally fell asleep and got some good sleep. I think what are you talking about? I'm sorry. I'm on the backside of the conversation. I probably shouldn't be on. Oh, I think my battery's going to die on my camera soon.
You like it?
It's already plugged in. I'm going to end the video here in about 3 minutes. We'll do it 2 hours and 45 minutes. Might as well. If you got any last minute questions, do it. I'll answer them as quickly as I can.
Yeah. I know you.
Right, Chuck, we have to listen to the internet and never do anything unsafe. Yes. I'm changing my plans to Hawaii right now. Oh, my battery is definitely going to die here in just a second. Anyway, guys, I got to go. I have to leave because my camera battery just showed yellow and I don't feel like changing because I'm having a hard time with StreamYard and the camera connection for whatever crazy reason. But anyway, at least now I know I can go 2 hours and 45 minutes without the camera dying. So I want to thank you guys very much. Had an awesome time. Biotom Money Exchange, I don't know the name of it. There's a bunch of them on the internet. Money Exchange application. This one is called Currency Plus. It looks like that. Currency Plus. That's what I use. And you can get all different kinds of, I don't know, there's a bunch of them on there. So anyway, we'll see you guys on tomorrow's video that I didn't play today. Thank you guys. Bye.